I'll try again. Right. My last live stream was heavily tampered with and monitored. Yeah. As I said in the last live stream, just go back and have a look at the description of the last live stream before the last one, because that's a warning. It is a notice, an official notice under common law given to us by the Creator. Yeah, so my local government ombudsman update, you couldn't hear it in my last live stream, but yeah, I will, as the President of the United States of America always says, repetition for emphasis. The local government ombudsman scam, just like all the other scams, like Tina CHAVE from the Independent Advice Network. Whoops, I said it again. Oh dear. Have you got a tally chart? You need to get your minions from police abusing powers. Yeah, I'm just as tired as you are. So keep sending, get your minions to ring me from unknown numbers and mobile numbers and make nonsensical threats. Yeah, and all your incessant troll phone calls. Yes, because you lied to me and you threatened me and you caused me loss, harm, / personal injury. But yeah, I haven't seen all of the last live stream because I'm battling to stay awake. I'm battling to sleep. The Zopiclone isn't working. Dr. Stewart, you signed you took a Hippocratic oath, or as I like to call it, a hypocritical oath, just like the police constable. I say constable because that's common law. Police officer is the legal fiction. Police constable is under common law. And they took an oath. The Three Stooges, PC Soper, PC Broadway, and PC Austin, who has physically injured me on more than one occasion now, and they've slandered me in the Herald newspaper. So yes, and yet on the 7th to the 8th of October, if their body cameras were on, which by law they have to have them on, they admitted, I asked them if they were on their oaths, and they were. And they, along with the magistrate's custody suite manager at Brighton, R. Helmsley, the riot police, Serco, the satanic human trafficking global them, yeah, they put me through 24 hours of non-stop torture. And Juliet is my crucial lady witness, and yes, they've already got my blood on their hands. So Dr. Stewart, you took a Hippocratic oath. That's what I emailed you. You sent me a letter because you didn't like my freedom of speech when I put my opinion about the lighthouse practice on your website. But thankfully, I have recorded a receptionist who has taken everything I've said seriously, because I will be going out onto the street and I will be speaking my truth to the death. So, as I said, if you want to get doped up on your meditation, block it all out. It's not going to work. It's not going to help you because you still, each and every one of you, are solely responsible for yourselves. So you can chat amongst each other, you can have a laugh, and you can think, oh yeah. But your meditation, your I'm only thinking of myself. That's not going to work. Your chakras, your whatever it is that you're into. Nah. Common law is real, Dan. It comes from our creator, automatically given by our creator. Whatever name you want to give to our creator, it comes from the creator. And these are very serious crimes against our human rights and civil liberties. And unless you are doing what you are doing for the greater good, or if you are in it for your own ends, your own selfish ends, and you are causing loss, harm, personal injury through whatever means, deception, lies, sorry, each and every one of you are solely responsible for yourselves. Just as my GP is on his Hippocratic oath, and the police constables, they're very serious crimes, up to 25 years each for malfeasance of office in prison. Minimum. Also said. So anyway, yeah, so my update of the local government ombudsman, because my live stream was tampered with down there. So 17th of October was the date of the letter. So it's now the 21st of October 2022. Because I had a reference in October 2020, but that's when they beat me on Beachy Head and stripped me naked and human trafficked me, and then said basically what Steve Churchill at the food bank said: we're going round in circles, and hung up on me. And but I've got evidence of that reference number at the same time that Caroline Ansell MP emailed me in October 2020. So yes, I've only just I could not read it because it's dated the 17th of October, and just the first few words, and they said you've got, and Gillian said, I mustn't say her name. She said, I've got until the 7th of October to respond to her draft decision. The 7th of October. It's the 21st of October. I've only just got it. Because she sent one of her drafts in September last month to my partner's address. So she has forwarded on what she sent to my partner. That's really helpful. So that's after he got arrested. I don't even know if I'm squatting. I am actually trying very hard not to pass out. So thanks, Tina, CHAVE and Dan, for the stress that you've caused me, and the Independent Advice Network. You've caused me a lot of stress. If you want a court case, good on you. And I'll report your minions as well, your little trolls, your little fake IDs and whatnot. We'll have a field day with YouTube. Oh yes, repetition for emphasis. But yes, the local government ombudsman, also the anonymous lady who's my investigator on my case, said that they can't get involved basically with the police, anything to do with the police, which is absolute nonsense, because another person who remains anonymous, who deals with homelessness in Eastbourne, a certain organisation, he was the person who initially suggested the local government ombudsman to me, and he said to me to go to the local government ombudsman for compensation because, like me, a lot of homeless people were being unlawfully detained in police cells. So I've got to find a way to get this person to admit that and get it recorded. Because my investigator, who also remains anonymous, from the local government ombudsman, has put in writing they can't get involved with anything to do with the police. So that is what I was trying to say before my last live stream was tampered with. So I've said everything I wanted to say, and also you couldn't hear it because, as I said, my live stream was tampered with, but I sent a text message to Councillor Robin Maxted this evening, basically saying whereabouts in my live stream conversation to him was there a breach of GDPR. Because, as Nathan Kirkden said, who's someone who's helping people with common law on Facebook, he said, it's my understanding that a breach of GDPR is only if you publicly post your mobile number. Oh, that doesn't include the trolls, by the way, who have been incessantly harassing me and causing me harm, loss, and anything else under common law. So I basically text Councillor Robin Maxted asking him this because interestingly, I said it's up to me if I want to speak openly about our conversation. There's no breach of GDPR. I haven't published his mobile number without his permission. I'm allowed to record our conversation if it's in public interest, and it's my personal details, so it's my decision. And interestingly, I also put in the text message that apart from him seriously failing to stop and correct the vulnerability of one of his constituents, me, on severe disability, he seriously failed me. And I said that Councillor Stephen Holt, whose details were published at the property I've kept away from for my safety because he took over from Councillor Alan Shuttleworth as Cabinet for Community, I said Councillor Stephen Holt's home address and mobile number is published online. You can Google it. It's there for the public. It's there for the world to see. Councillor Stephen Holt, where he lives, his home address and postcode and mobile number are published online. So, Robin Maxted, where did I breach GDPR when you've already failed to stop and correct? This is what you get paid well to do. And you live in a nice area of Eastbourne. Do you feel good knowing that I had these very serious crimes committed against me, which you are complicit in with all the other members of the council, if you're watching, Robin? Because I know a lot of people know about my YouTube channel. I know you all know. I know you all know about it. And I've got damning evidence. And that's why you're just digging yourselves deeper, 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 deeper. Hell doesn't get any further than where it already is. You can't dig yourselves a hole any deeper than you already have. I've got a damning ward review recording from the psychiatric unit. And that's why Jackie Lake doesn't work there anymore, the ward manageress. They disappeared John Alexander Patterson. I was in there for 4 months again, and a housing officer did not turn up. A housing officer did not turn up on the 13th of June to the psychiatric unit. Yet the local government ombudsman can't get involved with police and hospital. They're going against everything that you're just in one great big club of lies. And yet you said to me, Robin, in Darren's flat, you said to me they can't release her with nowhere to go. They banned Darren from visiting me, even though the local MP, Caroline Ansell, gave him a caring role through Care for the Carers, and they only allowed Darren in the council on my behalf. And that really makes sense. Customer First banned me from going in the council, yet Darren's... They used him as a handler, a social engineering handler. Call it what you want. A spade is a spade. Use whatever language you want to call it. It is what it is. And you are complicit in these crimes against humanity. So, Robin, they didn't just release me with nowhere to go. Because do you want me to go and get that article again? I've got a better connection here. Brave Bryony battles on. And on the back of it, I've got a little note from a little girl patient, a very innocent patient. Well, she's not a little girl. She's an adult. But she's very, very... She's only 5 foot nothing. Not even that. Probably 4 foot. She was assaulted by patients just like me in the psychiatric unit. And the police said there's nothing we can do because you're in a hospital. Yet I recorded a criminal ward review where I said, Councillor Robin Maxted said they can't really shoot me with nowhere to go. And the ward manageress, who's now left her job, said, yes, we can. I'm calling the police. And they didn't know I was recording them. They didn't know. And I was arrested out of there in hospital pyjamas. And what's Darren been doing all this time? Because Darren was arrested here for messing me around with a set of keys. Yes, Darren, if you're watching, I've been speaking to the care coordinator about all of this. Where have you been in all of this? Am I squatting in your friend's flat? It's just, you're all as bad as each other. You're all, do you know, whatever you believe in, I couldn't give a shit what you believe in. Whether you're Buddhist, believe in the Bible, whatever, each and every one of you are responsible for yourselves, and you all know where you're going. Because you know what you're doing. You know the lies. You all know. So keep sending me little comments and notifications. Give me updates, because I couldn't give two flying fucks what you're doing in your police abusing powers community with your Lost Souls Paranormal. What a great name that is. Sending me hearts and then bullying me after Tina CHAVE falsely offered me help with her 40 years of experience and help with the legal services. Lost Souls. Great name. Very apt. Very apt. You are a lost soul. But you know what you're doing. It's very, very simple. Cause no loss, harm, personal injury. And you know what you've done. So, I think I've covered everything I want to say. Yeah, because it's all kind of linked up to the same kind of thing. Like a Chinese whisper, because it just goes round and round and round. Repetition for emphasis. I think that's really all I want to say. But yeah, I just couldn't cut. I just put the letter down. That's the local government and social care ombudsman for you. But Robin Maxted, and he looked quite distressed in Darren's flat, as if he'd, like all these others, heard an awful lot, but can't think for himself. No, becomes very defensive when he won't do the job he's supposed to do. Who was the person who commented and said, "I'm a lovely lady"? The one who really did have a stroke through exposing her local council. Unlike Dan and his minions. What was her name? Lady through the Andy Devine cult. I've got to be careful what I say because I don't want to say anything offensive. I know she's from... See, the thing is, she was from the Church of Latter-day Saints, which is the Mormons, which is a Masonic, again, a Luciferian spin-off. So no wonder she was targeted, but she exposed her council. You got to get... There are a lot of people who are in the club who just want to get out. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's very simple. Cause no loss, harm, personal injury. Right, I've got to sign out now because I am struggling just to... I could just pass out, have a heart attack, die, whatever. Because I'm fighting something that's way above me. Yeah, so anyway, there we go. Shalom Shabbat. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. Over and out.